I've done a lot of crappy challenges, but this one takes the cake, undoubtedly. The village section wasn't so bad, but boy was I tested when I reached the castle. This challenge went from a minor inconvenience to a nightmare. The tragedies, the horrors of the castle still haunt me to this day. I still see it in my dreams. It's driven me to the brink of insanity. I almost lost my mind. So join me as I continue this challenge. And if you don't know what the hell this challenge is, I recommend you go back and watch part 1 to find out what's going on here in the second part. So without further ado, let's begin. But anyway, the first room of the castle, the first real room, that big ass room with the cannon and the guys with catapults, yeah, it's not any better here. In fact, it's worse. Not that it's a bad room, in fact, it's a pretty greatly designed room. Really fun and exciting when you're doing a normal playthrough. But when you're not using guns, it's pretty unforgiving. You see, you can't exactly get rid of these catapult guys unless you use guns or somehow arch a grenade over to kill them, which I'm not sure if that's even doable. So the only real option is to bait them out and dodge them, which isn't easy when there's 4 of them firing at you at fucking once. But when it really becomes an issue is when you reach the cannon section, where you have to crank that crank, get that cannon up. Having the catapults firing at you means you have to crank for approximately like a second and a half, and then run on back to let the cannon or the fucking catapult fire, and then you go back and crank for another half a second and rinse and repeat for like 2 minutes. It's not fun. It's horrible. To top that off, I also have a JJ here because of the randomizer. If you don't know who JJ is, he's basically like that one meme of the black dude with the minigun from that I think he's from one of the movies that the guy made, Who Killed Captain Alex, made. Actually, I don't know where the fuck this meme comes from. It's just I've seen it circle around. It's kind of funny. But anyhow, yeah, he's a fucking problem. He'll kill you in just about one hit at this stage of the game, because he's not supposed to show up here. He's supposed to show up in the next section of the game, the fucking island. So because I can't exactly knife him, at least it's not easy to, I really have no choice but to use flash grenades to stun him so I can stop him. I have to use multiple flash grenades to stun him for enough time that I can crank the crank, dodge the catapult over and over again, rinse and repeat until I finally have the cannon up, and then once I fire the cannon, the area's cleared, all enemies despawn, all catapults go to hell. It's a horrible section. It'll take you a long while to get past this once you figure everything out. This area was bad, but we're not even to the worst of it yet. For the most part, the areas after this section were easy as all hell. Was not a problem to get past everything past this room with just a knife.
Wait.
Oh, no, that's not good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is Explosive Central. How are you alive? You've endured like 3 separate explosions. Thank you, iframes. Until we reach the water hall, like everyone, you all saw this coming. The first section of the water hall, completely a-okay. Getting past all the ganados and getting the crank out and cranking it, no big deal. It's the second part where Ash has to crank 2 cranks, is where, that's where the problems lie. You see, normally you would use a gun to make all the ganados that are trying to attack Ashley, you'd use a gun. You'd use a fucking gun to get rid of them. I don't have a gun, or not allowed to use one, rather, so I have to resort to using grenades to get past this section, and let me tell you, trying to arc all the grenades right takes a lot of practice and a lot of knowledge of this game. If you arc it too high, it goes over the walkway that Ashley's on and lands into the fucking water. Arc it too low, it hits the rim of the fucking ledge, and you either blow up yourself or just waste an entire flash grenade. Just gonna grenade the guy. Fuck! It is so precise. There's this little area where you just have to make it right. It's the fucking Goldilocks zone of the fucking grenade throw. It is horrible. And it's not like you have that many grenades to get past this. You have to make sure every single one of them fucking counts. And when someone grabs Ashley, it's either use a flash grenade or hope to God you can throw the grenade to a length where it hits them and doesn't hit Ashley, which is possible, but it is, again, very fucking precise. I'll show you right here. It's very precise. This is the section that really drove me off the edge. And I mean off the hinges, bro. I was pissed. I was on this section for God knows how long. I'll probably put up some time here. This section was horrible. It was fucking awful. I'm lucky that I was only given village Ganados instead of castle or island guys. If I was given those enemies, this would have been even fucking worse. Absolutely horrible. This was shit. This was shit all the way through. Yes, miss. Fuck. Nope, it's over. No, no, damn it. You know what you're doing. You did that on purpose, you bastard. I missed! It hit! Oh my god. Never hit that I never hit that second grenade. Right. And then get blown up. You fuck. I've done it before. Oh, god damn it, motherfucker. No, 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 no. You bastard. This is gonna kill Ashley no matter what. I can't. I throw a fucking flame grenade at her. Oh my god, it was perfect. I missed. I missed all of them. God damn it. That's fucking hilarious, actually. Fuck, bitch. Thank. Fuck. I was so fucking glad when I got past this part. This is easily the worst part in the entire game. If I was allowed to use guns, this would have been not even close to the worst part. Because this area with guns is A-okay. Everyone bitches about the water hall, but you ain't experienced the water hall when you're not allowed to use guns. It's fucking horrible, let me tell you. Past this point, everything else is pretty okay. Nothing too difficult. There were some funny moments here and there. You'll see them, no doubt. I'll kill them for the gems. Alright, come on. Okay. You didn't get stunned after getting knifed in the eyeballs like you're supposed to. Alright. As much as I don't want to use... Wait. How do I do this? Okay, that was, horrible. Alright. Gamer hack. Skip that cutscene or else you get fucking wrecked. Dynamite. Gyarados. Stop hitting me! I'm about to get hit again. Iframes! Dynamite man. Throw it. Get me through. This is bad. Hi, friend. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Get the fuck out. Ha, you suck, you suck. Alright, next room. What's in here? Ah, chickens. And traps. No, not those kind of traps, you sick bastards. Yep, no, but the merchant's a chicken. That's cool. Merchant's a cock. But, when we get to the part where I have to rescue Ashley again and protect her, it's bad. I have to use a gun. Like, I have to use a gun to get her free. Granted, if she was in her night costume, I could have used a grenade, possibly. If she was using a night costume, the water hole would have been so much fucking easier, too. Why didn't I use that costume? Why did I make things harder? Anyhow, yeah, this room was bad. I did not have enough grenades to kill every single enemy that spawned here with grenades. So, not only did I have to use a gun to save Ashley, I had to use a gun to kill a few enemies. And believe me, I tried to kill as many enemies as possible with only grenades. But for some reason, all the enemies here were tanky as shit. On top of that, there were more enemies spawning than you normally would if you play this room optimally in the normal game. In the normal game, this guy in red robes show up, and if you kill him first, less enemies will spawn. But for some reason, in this room, those extra enemies will spawn anyway. So there was not enough grenades to go around, so I just resorted to using a gun. It's a shame. Maybe if I hadn't used as many grenades earlier, prior in the runs, notably the cabin fight earlier, I'd probably be in a better spot here, and I might have been able to get past this without using grenades. And believe me, I tried going to the merchant to buy more grenades, but he didn't have enough. Or he didn't have any, because I bought them all for the water hole. So yeah, it was a friggin' shame. It sucked. Ashley's section was fine. Wasn't so bad. Got past that pretty easily. The next area of consequence is the lava room, because I have to use a gun here as well to knock down the fucking dragon dangly dudes. I don't know what the fuck to call those. Whatever. You have to use a gun to shoot them down. Sorry. And then after that were some more difficult sections, notably the night hall, where normally there'd be no enemies that show up in the hallway, but for some reason there are now. And this room is not working properly, so enemies will walk through walls in this area. I was lucky enough to be given actual ganados and not like dogs and actual knights like some people. Believe me, dogs in this hallway is a fucking shit show. Having them jump out at you through the walls is a horrible, horrible fucking experience that I've experienced firsthand. Now this section was still bad, don't get me wrong, it sucked. Having them walk through the walls and be shield guys with maces, or morning stars, sorry, it fucking sucked. It was horrible. It was still bad. So I spent a good couple of tries trying to get past here. Sometimes they'd try to go get Ashley instead of me, and because the door is right there, I lose immediately. I didn't think this room was coded to have the Ashley capture game over, but it is. Which, it's a little annoying. But overall, it wasn't horrible. It was okay. I mean, it was bad. It was still bad. Oh, you fuck. Oh, God. Why do they target her? Ashley. And the corn. Ashley. God damn it. Next room, however, wasn't as bad, but it was still kind of annoying. I'll just let this one play out.
Wait.
There's no music either. This is bugged. slashing.
Leon, look at the ceiling.
Shut. I can't interact. Come on.
Leon, look at the ceiling.
Stop telling me that! You're pausing my game when you do that! Oh my god, that is stressful. Oh! Ashley! Oh. Just, what's going on? I don't think this lady's alive. I'm just gonna walk ahead. Like, the person that's attacking you is not alive. They're a dead person. Fuck you, Ashley. How did you get in here? I can't attack you.
Leon,
You're
look
dead.
at the ceiling.
Shut up. I'm dead here.
Leon, look at the
Shut up! You're gonna get yourself killed, Ashley. Oh my god.
Follow me.
Ashley?
Wait.
Like, you're not alive. You're not.
Follow me.
Oh my god. This room is broken as all hell, dude. I can't wait to be done with this room. This room sucks. It's been hell. Come on, Ashley. Once again, we reach a few more sections where I have to use a gun, namely the bridge, where I have to shoot the goddamn chains, that's 2 uses, and the planks in the clock tower, which makes 3 more. So, 5 uses of the gun in this goddamn chapter alone. Yeah, this is not good. Next area that was kind of challenging was the room before you meet Salazar, and then you go to the Verdugo fight. These guys were really tanky as shit, and you have to kill them to progress. At least 2 of them you have to kill to progress. But I decided to kill all of them just because. Stupid decision by me, but whatever. I spent longer here than I should have because of my decisions. The Verdugo fight was replaced by a fight with the U3, but thankfully, during the Verdugo fight in the randomizers, the elevator's automatically activated, so I can just run past. This fight's really janky when anything that isn't the Verdugo is here, but it's kind of funny, so. Oh, okay. You can also just manifest before your very eyes. Now it's off to the yield fucking mine, and things aren't so bad until I reach the double El Gigante room where it spawns in 1 El Gigante and a JJ. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not proud of how I handled this room. I opted to use a gun on the JJ when there is a knife strategy to it, right? Especially in this room, it's much easier because there's a ladder and I can easily lure him up the ladder and slash at him. I could climb up the ladder and slash the El Gigante, or just use the lava pit on the El Gigante and then do the trick on the JJ, but it would have been really difficult because he would be shooting at me while I'm trying to lure the El Gigante, and the JJ can injure the El Gigante, but I would have to use every single healing item I have for this room, and I need those healing items, so I ended up using my Magnum to wipe out the JJ. And after JJ was dealt with, I decided to give the El Gigante a good old lava bath. The chapter following this one has a few more hiccups along the way. The first major one being the minecart. Now, the minecart isn't so bad when you're using guns, of course, but when you're not using them, it turns into a bit of a nightmare. You see, on this minecart, there are a lot of enemies, of course. Now, doing this area against normal enemies with a knife wouldn't be so bad. In fact, it'd probably be completely doable. But unfortunately, we get a real bitch of an enemy. The game once again decides to spawn a JJ. Now, I could flash grenade him with the 2 I have, but unfortunately that would not be enough to keep him stunned for the entire length. Also, it's possible there could be a second JJ, because this JJ spawned instead of the normal chainsaw guy that spawns here. And there are a total of 2 chainsaw guys on the minecart ride. So if it's 2, it's even fucking worse. So I had to use a gun, but not in the traditional sense. I decided to do a little bit of Ditman glitching to get out of the minecart area. So that's one more use of a gun to get out of this entire section. Oh, and I also had to use a gun on the falling ceiling trap in the mine area this time. I couldn't knife the releases like I could in the first one of these traps, unfortunately. Following this, we get some more difficult sections. Combat's not exactly very easy here, but it's doable with only a knife and grenades. Especially the lift. The lift / elevator, whatever you want to call it, was not easy. That was kind of rough, but I think I did it first try. And then we come to another part where you guys knew this part was coming and that I would have to use something that you know, would increase my accuracy rating. So of course, it's Salazar. Yeah, you have to use a gun on Salazar. Even though I technically used a rocket launcher, which isn't really a gun, but it still increases your accuracy rating, so it counts for this challenge. So yeah, I just used the rocket launcher and sent Salazar to, you know, bedtime with it. But that marks the end of the castle, though, which also means the end of this video. Yeah, the castle was not pretty. It was easily the worst area yet. A few rooms in particular were just fucking horrible, especially that water room. That took nothing in the village even came close. Right? The difficulty went from like 10 to 100 in no time in this challenge. This was horrible. This was shit. Like this was bad, and it stays bad. Believe me, it'll stay bad. The island is not much better, although I can confidently say there's nothing like the water room on the island. But you'll want to see the island fight, and you'll especially want to see how I take on Lord Sadler, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. Sadler is completely doable without guns, which I didn't think was possible, but it is. You're gonna have to wait and see. But until then, I'll see you around.